The topic is about the mind, okay? The mind and self-healing. So we talk about the three levels of the mind. We talk about what is thought, what is the nature of thought, and how to think. We talk about all this. We talk also about, we started to talk about the practice of conversion of thoughts. So today we see if we can progress in the topic of the mind, which is a main topic in yoga. So it's a topic of self-healing, how to heal the mind, because the diseases in the body comes because of there is some, some negativities in the mind. And it's accumulating, and then eventually it would manifest as some form of weakness, some form of disease. So Patanjali Maharishi, who is the compiler of the Yoga Sutras, says that there are 5 causes of suffering. And the first cause is ignorance of our true nature. So that's the first cause. So that's why yoga and Vedanta topic is very much about the self. Who is a true self? And then the second cause of suffering is egoism. That's why yoga and Vedanta is having many techniques so that you can alleviate yourself from the egoism. Because when the egoism is there, then you get attached to your instrument of seeing, which is the mind. And the instrument of seeing is imperfect. And you get attached to the instrument of seeing. Therefore, you get attached to the result of wrong perception, of wrong understanding. And it can perpetuate for a long time. So the number 3, according to Patanjali, is the tendency of us to get attached to likes. That means our mind is not even, so therefore it likes something and it continues to like something, sometimes to the point of losing ourselves. They call attraction, get attached to the to our own tendency of liking and disliking. And number 4 is the disliking. Because we're liking something, then we dislike something else. Our mind is going, swinging from one side to another. And therefore, the mind will be, the experience of the mind that is swinging will be the experience of roller coaster. The experience of going up, feeling good, and then down, feeling bad. And again, feeling good, and then feeling down. And it's all very much depending on the moment. Yeah, thought is influence. So if you are not having the control of the thought, then you meet with something pleasant and you feel good, and then something unpleasant, you feel down. So you are very much a victim to your thoughts, to your mind, and to the circumstances. So the idea of yoga teaching is to how to get you out of there, get you out of that mode of functioning where you are victim to your thoughts and you're victim to your mind. So the 4th cause of suffering is the disliking. If you like something, you will dislike something else. Okay? And the 5th cause of suffering is the fear of death. The fear of death is not understanding the meaning of life. So these are the 5 causes. You can see it's very deep. So we try today to talk a little bit. So the Today I would talk about 5 ways how you can help that condition of the mind, how you can alleviate this situation where the mind is going up and down and up and down and up and down and swing this way and swing that way, get attached this way and get disliked this way, and then, and your life is a missing piece. And sometimes it can be very aggravating because you can get stuck. You can get stuck in one negative groove, one negative pattern of the mind, because the mind is repeating itself. Whatever it thinks, it creates a groove. When it thinks second time, the groove becomes deeper. So then you get stuck. So the 5 things that we can try to help are: the number 1 is you need to remember your true nature, self-remembrance. Self-remembrance of the true nature as peace. In order for you to do that, you have to start to practice meditation. When you close all the senses and you sit very still, when you practice yoga, you practice the stability of the posture and stability of the mind. And you practice pranayama, so therefore it helps to control the mind. And when the mind is being still and calm, then you recognize the peace within. The moment that your senses are operating, your mind will start to be, agitated. Then at that time, you lose your vision of peace. And you might get stuck in some wrong kind of idea. So the first number 1 is to remember your true nature as peace. The true nature as Satchidananda, as peace, as bliss, as knowledge, as being completely fulfilled, no desire, no running here, no running there, completely at peace with yourself. If you don't remember that, then you are subject to the mind, swinging, grasping this and dropping that, and grasping this and dropping that. So you have no anchor. So it's very important that you practice the anchoring in your true nature as peace. So you say, oh, I don't feel it. I don't feel at peace. Every day I feel anxious. Yeah. But the most important thing is, even if you don't feel it, you need to try to remember it by self-affirmation. If you remember something, then it comes to you. If you think of something, then it comes to you. So self-affirmation of your true nature as peace. Being peace, remembering peace. I am peace. So this is the background of your thought. You repeat every day, I am peace. You don't say, I am happy. Because the moment that you say you're happy, then your mind goes wrong again. Because your mind has been looking for happiness a long time, and it has developed some kind of wrong habit, wrong association. The moment that you say, I am happy, then you think, oh, I like to eat ice cream. Because you associate happiness and ice cream. You associate happiness with sensual enjoyment. This is what we have been doing since a very long time. So therefore, it's much better that the first goal is that you remember your peace. Peace of mind is happiness, Swami Vishnudevanji said. The moment that you attain to peace of mind, then happiness will come from the right source. Then you remember the true happiness that is already within you, that is unconditional. It doesn't need any circumstances, anybody, or anything to be happy. But first you have to remember, I am peace. Being peace, I am peace. That's your background of thought. Self-remembrance. Every day, you remember, I am peace. I am peace. That means I am calm. I am serene. I am contented. Yeah. And this is your background of thought. Okay? You need to do it consciously. Remember the 3 levels of mind. The subconscious mind, will not say to you, I am peace. The subconscious mind with all the desires and all the experiences in the past, that lead you to disappointment, to suffering, to being hurt, to feeling depressed. All these past experiences will not lead you to the understanding I am peace. So you need to focus on I am peace in the present. I mean, you need to be conscious of your being peace, or at least you need to consciously practice I am peace. You need to consciously practice I am peace in the present. And don't argue and don't refer to the past, because you will say, I am peace, but if my husband is nicer, that will be nicer. I am peace, but if I have a little bit more money, then it will be better. I am peace, but, I like to travel. You see? So you don't give condition, because peace is your true nature. So when you affirm I am peace, you affirm your true nature. Your true nature is like this lake without waves. It's very transparent, it's very calm, and it's very peaceful. Okay? So the moment that the thought arises in the mind, this and that, then you return back to the background of thought, I am peace. Okay? So that's the first practice, the practice of self-remembrance. There's many other practices that would lift you out of the negative thinking, but today I'm giving you only one, which is a practice of self-remembrance as peace. Cultivating peace. Cultivating calmness. Okay? So, in order for you to practice peace, you need to know that you need to hold your mind in control. Because the moment that the mind starts to agitate itself, you lose your peace. The moment that there are waves in the lake of the mind, then the rajas will keep projecting different idea. I am peace if, I am peace if. So different idea, conditions for you to have peace. Then at that time you lose your peace. So in order for you to keep the lake being transparent and keep the waves of thoughts calm down, is you need to keep the mind concentrated. So the point number 2 is a practice of concentration. Okay? So when you keep your mind concentrated, then it has less thoughts. Less thoughts in the mind, more peace you have. More thoughts in the mind, less peace you have. Okay? So it's a wrong idea that you have of freedom. You think freedom means I can think whatever I like, I can do whatever I like, my time belongs to me, my life belongs to me, and I use my time and my life to satisfy all my desire. See? So the moment that you think like this, it's a false kind of freedom, because you are indulging yourself again in the mental patterns of your mind. So you need to consciously, again, you need to keep the mind focused. That's the second practice, the practice of holding the mind in a state of concentration. If the mind is not concentrated, it goes into dullness. Okay? And then it will go into restlessness. Dullness, restlessness. So the state of concentration of mind reduce the thoughts in the mind and make you more or less feel calm. And if you are better in the practice of concentration, then you can bring the mind to another higher level called the one-pointed state of mind. That will give you happiness. So from the one-pointed concentration, then you can meditate. Then at that time, you achieve bliss. Okay? But for now, you need to know that the mind needs to be concentrated in order for it to be more or less calm and healthy. But you need to know also that what you think is what you become. What you think is what you are. That's why if you hold on to the thought, I am peace, and you focus on that, I am peace, then peaceful you become. If you hold on to the thought, I am imperfect, I am weak, and then weak you become. Imperfect you are. Okay? So it's very important that you concentrate, but concentrate on a positive thought. Okay? So if you concentrate on your breath is most positive, because your breath is a source of life. Your breath is prana. So if you keep concentrating on your breath and the sound Om, which is a sound of unity, you cannot find fault with Om. Because Om is everything. All the different states of consciousness, all the different thoughts, all the different sounds, all the different beings, the whole creation is contained in Om. So you can just focus on Om. Inhale, Om, exhale, Om. Inhale, Om, exhale, Om. So that will keep your mind concentrated. But sometimes your mind are very, negative and emotional. We talk about the emotions another time. When the mind is negative and emotional, and you tell the mind to focus on Om, it will not be able to focus. You tell the mind to focus on the breath, it cannot even focus on the breath. Because at that time, it's in the self-destructive mode. If you are able to focus on the breath, and breath is life, breath is energy, then you regain your peace. But if you cannot focus on your breath, and you focus in all your obsession, and on all your desires, then you are in a self-destructive mode. So, to counteract that, you need to focus on a positive objective focus. And like I said, if you are very overly emotional and you need to identify with something, your feeling and your emotions need to attach to something, then you need to focus on the Supreme Being. The Supreme Being has many shape and many form, as you like it, as your beloved. Okay, then at that time your mantra can become a little bit more sophisticated to remind you of your beloved. But Om exists in all the mantra. So the second practice today that I'm talking to you about is how to keep your mind focused. You need to choose your object of concentration that is most positive, that is able to catch your mind and hold the mind in one place. When the mind is held in one place, in one thought, then it becomes concentrated. It becomes strong and it becomes deep. Then at that time, you attain to your peace. Okay? So keep the mind concentrated at all cost, focusing on breath, focusing on Om, and focusing on your mantra. Or focusing on the sentence, I am peace. Okay? The moment that you focus on the sentence, I am peace, pay attention. Your mind is very sophisticated. Because if you say, I am peace, and you immediately relate the word peace to all your desire, then at that time it defeats the purpose. So the repetition of I am peace is not that easy. You have to relate to the peace of your soul. You have to relate to the peace of the inner silence. You have to relate the peace to the satisfaction of all desire, the contentment within. Okay? So that's more difficult. That's why focusing on your breath with Om or your mantra is better. So now, the third kind of practice to help the mind not to go too much on roller coaster is the practice of relaxation. So most of us get stressed out very quickly, just about anything. Why? Because we are using our mind, our subconscious mind, our mind with emotions and past experiences and limitation to deal with our life and to deal with other people's mind. Because we cannot live without other people's around us. So therefore, if your mind is already agitated, and then you deal with other people's mind is agitated, then you'll be stressed out. And then you have nowadays, you have so much information that comes to you. It's not like before, you are living in a farmland and you have just few people, your family, one cow, no car, no TV, no cell phone, and you plow your land and you eat your food, yeah, and then you go to bed. Life now become very complicated. So therefore, we don't have the chance, even the time, to control the mind. There's too much demand on the mind, and the mind has to take in so much information and produce very fast. So therefore, stress is a big problem of our world. Everyone is stressed. So therefore, you need to put as a third practice, important practice, is relaxation. Now, you can say relax, but your mind will not relax. Okay? So there is 3 kinds of relaxation that you need to practice consciously. I'm talking again, consciously, the second level of mind, the conscious practice of relaxation. So physical relaxation is savasana. But in order for you to have physical relaxation, you need to release the tension from your body. In order for you to release the tension from your body, you need to do the asanas. You do the asanas, you do the movement that is integrated with your breath and with relaxation itself. Sivananda yoga integrate relaxation with the movement itself. So you relax after the movement that moves your prana, that release the tension in the body. And then after, you relax deeply in savasana for 10-15 minutes. And you get the release from all your thoughts, and you get to experience the peace within without say, without much effort. Okay? So physical relaxation, if you only, like say, relax without doing asanas, then you see it's difficult, it's more difficult because the tension is in the body and the mind cannot be calmed down easily. Okay? So if you practice, like say, deep relaxation without the asana and just listening to somebody's voice and leading you to deep relaxation, it's called passive relaxation. It might work for some, but the general state of mind of people do asanas and then relaxation in between and relaxation at the end will be much more efficient. Okay? So relaxed state of mind means being positive. You have to release the tension. So this is, you need to understand that your state of mind, your foundational state of mind is peace and happiness. This is who you are. It is all the thoughts that come in your mind and all the desire and all the agitation that create the distractions and the sense that you are losing your peace and you need something and you need to move and you need to do something, and the stress. But if you can just relax all your thought and desire, all your thinking, then peace is there immediately. Relaxation is positive. So try to relax as much as you can, because you cannot really solve your problem by thinking, by working, by rushing, by fighting, by comparing, by planning. Yeah, because you don't really know that your true nature is peace and relaxation. So the more that you plan, the more that you think, the more that you do, the more that actually that you stay away from your peace. So the opposite. If you can just relax, doesn't mean that you become tamasic or become lazy and all kinds of thoughts will invade your mind at that time. You know, so that's why yoga, you need to practice yoga and meditation in order for you to relax. But still, you try to relax as much as you can. So concentration and relaxation comes together. Okay? Relaxation is physical relaxation, mental, emotional relaxation, and spiritual relaxation when you are able to know or get connection with your true self of peace and happiness. So the practice number 3, the practice number 2 is keep your mind concentrated. The practice number 3 is keep your mind relaxed at the same time. If you practice the concentration and the relaxation, then it's like you are practicing meditation. Because meditation comes with relaxation and letting go. If you have a very big ego, it's very difficult to let go because you want to win. You want to prove. But you cannot really win in this life with your mind. And you cannot prove anything. So therefore, it's better that you surrender, that you let go. It is said, let go, let God. Self-surrender, accepting, at the same time, focusing, making an effort. So it's not being lazy. You need to make an effort. Otherwise, your mind falls into tamas, into darkness, laziness. You need to make an effort, but not too much effort. You need to relax at the same time. Surrender, relax, accept. Accept yourself because you are perfect already. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to prove. relax. And being in nature help you to relax. Okay? Relax in your true nature. So the practice number 3 is a practice of letting go.
Oh, sorry, Swamiji. I think Swamiji have internet problem. So please wait a moment. Thank you. Chắc là Swami đang có vấn đề về internet đó, mọi người chờ chút xíu nha.
Okay, I'm sorry. The internet just take a break. The internet relax for a moment. Okay, so now we get back. Okay. Okay, everyone is here. Thank you. So what we're saying that in order for you to self-surrender and to relax, you need to have some level of faith. The faith is the faith in the universe, the faith in God, the faith in the Supreme Being, the faith in your inner knowledge, the faith in something that you cannot name, but you know that everything is good, everything is fine at the end. So you need to surrender to that. So you can see, in order for you to relax, you need to be somehow trained. Yeah. Even the faith that you might have, but it's you question your faith all the time because your mind questions your faith. So then you have faith and you don't have faith, you have faith and you don't have faith, therefore you cannot relax. You're on your own. And again, the mind is leading you. So you want to get out of the mind in order for you to be resting in your true nature as peace. So you need to cultivate faith consciously. Okay? How do you cultivate faith? There is there is 3 kinds of faith. There is faith in the practice. You have to practice consciously, and then it works. and then you see by the result that it works, then you have more faith in the practice. You have to have faith in the teacher that gave you the practice. Otherwise, you will stop practicing, and then you will not be able to experience the peace that comes with the practice. Everyone needs to have a teacher. Everyone needs to consciously follow a path. Because if you think that you are your own teacher, that means your mind is governing you. See? You want to get out of that place when the mind is governing you. So therefore, you need to surrender to something. And the best thing is to surrender to the practice. And then you have to have a teacher that will give you the practice. You have to accept that. Until you have your direct experience, you need to have faith. The moment that you have your direct experience of peace, you don't need any teaching, you don't need any teacher, then fine. But right now, you like to get out of your mind that are full of these tendencies that lead you wrong, in the wrong path, that lead you to the past all the time. So therefore, you need to do conscious practice of relaxation that comes with a feeling that everything is good, everything is taken care of, because there is a supreme being that takes care, and because I am practicing actively yoga and meditation to control my mind and to relax. So the third level, the spiritual relaxation, is when you have the true connection with yourself.
Can you ask Hamsa to unmute?
Hamsa Chaitanya, can you unmute? Okay. Okay. So that is the third practice, relaxation. The fourth practice that you need to practice daily, consciously, is the practice called equanimity. The yoga of equanimity. What is equanimity? Equanimity means evenness of mind, equal vision. Okay? I'm not sure if the word exists in different language. Vietnamese, how do you say equanimity?
Quân bình.
Okay. Equanimity means equal vision, means seeing everything the same. Our mind, with its emotions and its likes and dislikes, have difficulty to see everything the same. We always like something more. We give condition to life. And we dislike something when our conditions are not met. So that's why we swing with the emotions. Yeah, we are very angry, frustrated when things are not met, or we are becoming depressed and disillusioned. And from anger and anxiety and frustrations and disillusion, oftentimes we get into the self-destructive mode of addiction and difficult to get out when you get into the wrong habit. So the practice of equanimity means keep yourself open, don't close yourself off, don't give conditions to your life. So you need to be kind of strong in order for you to do that, to be open to life and to welcome everything evenly. You welcome the good food today, you welcome the bad food tomorrow, you welcome the good weather, you welcome the bad weather, you welcome the good news, you welcome the bad news, you welcome everything. The practice of openness without condition, seeing everything in an even manner. You welcome your friend and you welcome the people that are not nice to you. They say negative things about you. They try to undermine your effort. Yeah, you can say, for whatever reason, people sometimes are not negative, are not positive towards you. So you also have to be even. So that's why, in order for you to do that, there's many practices you need to do. For example, the practice of forgiveness. Yeah? You have to forgive in order for you to continue to live your life. Because if you don't forgive, then that negative scenario just keep repeating in your mind and then snatch your future and your present away. Bring you to the past. So the practice of equanimity needs to be conscious in the present, no matter what happened in the past. You keep yourself calm, open, even-minded, welcoming, keep being strong, keep not losing ground. Because the moment that you have all this expectation in the mind, you lose ground very quickly. When things are not as you expected, or when people behave not as you expected, then you lose ground. What it means losing ground means you lose yourself. You lose that background of peace that I'm talking about in the beginning. You swing into some negative emotions like anger, condemnation, judgment, self-pity, depression, and so on. So it takes you to be strong in order to be balanced. So equanimity means also balance. It's a practice of being balanced within yourself. So it is the practice of a strong person to be able to be in balance, rooted within yourself. Okay? But something to practice. Practice makes perfect. Yeah? You lose balance and then you get back to balance. And again, something else knocked you down. And again, you need to get back. And eventually, you'll be able to stay calm and not losing balance. How many times you have tried the headstand before you can do the before you can do the headstand? Huh? You remember? You try, you fall down, you try, you fall down, you get discouraged. And eventually, whoops, you are able to do it. So, the practice of balance that includes concentration, includes relaxation, includes faith, includes connection with your self, in order for you to be balanced. Includes also the turning inward. Because if you depend on something external to be balanced, you lose yourself all the time. If you depend on your relationship, on your close person, on your husband, wife, children, father, mother, yeah, you lose balance all the time. Because you hardly can control your own mind. You cannot control somebody else's mind. Yeah. The moment that somebody else's mind change, and you also would lose balance, that's difficult. So that is why you need to practice also detachment, turning inward. Okay? You can live among relationships, but you need to hold to your inner balance. Okay? You need to connect to yourself and be strong, be firm among everything, among the changing condition of your life and the changing relationships and the changing minds of people around you. Now, the fifth level, fifth reminder of practice, all this we have talked about, is to control the swings of likes and dislikes. These two are the cause of miseries. Likes means you would you get attracted to things. Dislikes mean you get repulsed or you run away from something. So the practice of controlling the likes and dislikes is like the practice of equanimity. Okay? So try not to love something too much, attach to something too much. This is the practice. And try not to dislike something too much. Okay? So if you like too much sugar, then it will be a problem. If you like too much somebody, it also will be a problem down the line. If you like too much, whatever the attachment that you have, a certain kind of beautiful weather, and the weather is training you. Here in California, it was so hot. It was so hot. And now it's starting to be cold. And so quickly. You hardly can remember the heat that was before. Now it starts to be cold. Yeah. And then it starts to be hot again. Yeah. So things are changing. And your mind is swinging with it. Mind is like a pendulum. It swings between likes and dislikes. So the practice of controlling the likes and dislikes means you cannot really stop the mind. You have your preference. Yeah, you have a certain preference of a certain ideal weather or certain ideal food. Fine and good. You can practice this. Yeah, create the food and put yourself in a good condition. But then when it swings, you have to have it swing less. That is the practice. Okay. So when something comes and then you feel like, oh, very much liking, this is exactly what I want, you have to consciously want less. Be less excited. And when something comes and really it push your button and you really hate it, hate less. Accept more. Okay? That's a practice of the control of the swing of the likes and dislikes of the mind. 100% sure that the mind will be swinging. Okay? So now you have to swing less. The yogis, they can be very extreme. They do tapas, austerity. They can do the opposite of what they like. They put themselves in very difficult condition in order to control the mind, to overcome the mind, overcome the senses that push you this way, push you that way. But we don't ask you to do that. Extreme practice of austerity, but at least try to make your mind swing less. That you can do. It's difficult because your mind, the moment it likes something, it likes to like more. It likes to like until you die. That's an extreme emotional tendency of the mind without control. But now you have to learn to control a little bit. If you like something very much, be calm, like less, so that you can, so that you don't lose yourself, so that you can remain calm and connected. Okay? And if you dislike something very much, and try not to. That's why remove out of your vocabulary the word hatred. Okay? You don't hate something. That's it. You just need to remove it out of the picture. You just, okay, that will be better if you can give your condition, you can negotiate. I'm not really liking this too much. You can say that, yeah, but don't hate. Because hate is like very strong emotion. And you give in to that strong emotion now, then you will give in to the strong emotion later. Then you end up being a victim to your emotions. Okay, so you remember your mind will go up and down, your emotion will go up and down. It's very difficult to control the mind. The thoughts are very fast. The thoughts have patterns from before. It's difficult to control because you want to control, but it's always like a wild horse. It goes somewhere else. Difficult to control. You know that. But still, you can practice a few things that will help the condition of the mind in the long run. So when you practice, you need to practice daily in the long run. Okay? So I remind you again of the 5 practices, and then we have to talk another time about how to convert the emotions. That will be another day. Okay? So I remind you again, the number one is constantly do self-affirmation and self-remembrance, if you can remember, but at least self-affirmation that I am peace. Give to your life a background of peace. It's like you paint a picture. You want to do a painting. This your life now is like a painting, and you need to give a background color. The background color can be dominantly green, dominantly blue, dominantly pink, whatever. Yeah. So the color that you want to give to your life is peace. Okay. So you think like that. I want peace. I am peace. This is what I want my life to be. Okay. So that's the number one. Consciously, again, you have to do this consciously. Okay. Because unconsciously, you go back to the pattern of the mind. So consciously, you have to repeat consciously every day. You have to say, I remember my background, my foundation as peace. The number two practice is I keep my mind focused so that the mind be strong and it would not be distracted. So you need to have a conscious practice of concentration. Best is concentrated on a mantra that is a pure sound. But if not, concentrate on your breath and concentrate on Om. Okay? So then you're building the muscle. The muscle becomes strong because you do it every day. Okay? And number three will be the practice of relaxation, of letting go, of being okay to let go, being okay to not know, being okay to be in the state that you cannot even name, because we are all the time in transition. So relax. If you don't feel that you don't know, if you feel that you don't know something, you cannot tell what the situation is now, it's okay. You relax in it. Okay? With faith, with confidence, self-surrender, all your idea. And the number fourth practice is the practice of equanimity. That means, again, stay firm, stay calm, stay focused, and receive everything with even-mindedness. Okay? And don't lose yourself. Don't close yourself off. And then the practice of control of the extreme. Make your mind swing less between the likes and dislikes. Try to be moderating, or we say regulating the extreme emotional swing of your mind. Okay? Consciously. Work against your likes and works against your dislikes, both. And eventually, when you are not, your mind is not swinging between these two extremes so much, then it derives the happiness from within. the mind will be so calm because it's not too much swinging, then the happiness from within or the peace from within can shine through. So that's it for today. Okay? So I see you next time. We'll continue on the topic of the mind and the emotions next Thursday. Oh.